What's your no one will ever believe this true story? When I was 16, I woke up into one of those very vivid, real-life dreams. Like a dream where you wake up in your room and don't realize you're still dreaming. I sat upright in bed and looked sideways to my door and saw a figure standing in my doorway. The figure said, "Your dad will die when you're 22. Then I actually woke up, laying in bed too nervous to turn around and look at the door. The next morning at breakfast, I told my family, including my dad, about the dream. Everyone was uneasy, and then my dad said, "Don't worry about it. Now that you've told me, there's no way it'll happen." He died tragically and suddenly when I was 22. I was camping in the Appalachian Mountains with 3 of my guy friends. We were all laughing and telling stories around the fire one night around midnight. The friend next to me grabbed my leg and pointed at the woods. We both saw a man's silhouette standing there. We called out to him, but he turned around and vanished from sight. We were 18, no cell service, and camp was all pitched up at midnight. Too late to search for another spot where we might get away from whoever it was, and too scared to search for him. We decided to sleep through the night there with 2-man watch teams. No signs of him for the rest of the night. We got out of the woods all right. 2 days later, 2 hikers were stabbed and killed by a mentally disturbed man who'd encountered them on a trail near where we were camping. Every now and then, I wonder how close we came to having our cards punched that night by what could have been a knife-wielding murderer. I was about 16 at the town mall. It was just about closing time, but I really had to use the restroom, so I go in to use the bathroom. Just as I am finishing, I hear the door open and hear a couple footsteps. I notice 2 big red clown shoes right in front of my stall. I immediately get creeped out. I wait for what seems like forever before the person backs up. I then open the stall and see a freaking clown staring at me, not moving, not saying anything, just looking at me. He looked like a creepy fat version of it, with a fake smile printed on his face. I walk past him without even washing my hands and run out of the restroom and out of the mall to my car. A week later, I read a news article about how they bolstered mall security because a guy was stabbed outside the mall by a person wearing a clown outfit. Follow for more.